In the battle of the GUIs, or graphical user interfaces, Windows users are waiting to play with version 4.0 Chicago, but Mac users want to get their hands on System 7.5. 7.5 introduces several new ease-of-use features, plus it comes bundled with QuickTime 2.0.
Well, Macintosh System 7.5 is actually a major step forward for the Macintosh operating system. There are a number of new features. Really, the most important one is Apple Guide. Apple Guide is a new interactive help system which actually walks a user step by step through a specific task. What's very interesting about Apple Guide is it actually replaces over 300 pages of documentation in our operating system box.
In fact, WordPerfect is using the new Apple Guide as the assistance engine in its new Macintosh word processor. Apple Guide makes it easy for a software developer to create a standard help environment. Apple Guide can be easily customized and can even help with complex tasks such as network and mainframe communications. Another new feature in System 7.5 is PowerTalk, which creates a universal mailbox inside the OS so that all your incoming communications can be assembled in one place. With PowerTalk, faxes, voicemail, and multiple email boxes all appear in the same inbox, making it easier to manage electronic communications. Apple is already talking about the next generation upgrade to the Macintosh operating system, to be dubbed Mac OS. So how important is System 7.5?
Well, actually, it's very important, I think, because it makes the Mac easier to use. I mean, there's a lot of new features. It extends the networking architecture. So you've got stuff for the power user, the brand new user, and even the medium level user.
One thing System 7.5 does is make it easier for Mac users to work with DOS and Windows files. Built into the operating system is a file transferability, which can read any DOS or Windows file, translate it to the appropriate Macintosh application, complete with formatting commands. System 7.5 also has a new graphics architecture called QuickDraw GX. This simplifies printing and makes it easier for graphics developers to push the limits of both the 68K chip and the new PowerPC chip. As usual, the value of System 7.5 will depend on how quickly software developers move to take advantage of its new architecture. But Mac user writer Maggie Cannon says all new operating systems have the same problem, even if they come from Microsoft.
Chicago is going to go through the same problem. Chicago is an entirely new operating system. It's not just an upgrade. And they're going to go through the same transitional period that Apple is going through, in which they have to ramp up and get all those applications. It takes years to get thousands of applications out there.
Like Chicago or Windows 95, System 7.5 wants a lot of RAM. While you can get by with 4 megs, Apple recommends at least 8 megabytes of RAM to take full advantage of its new features. System 7.5 was designed to be backward and forward compatible so that you can put it on a Mac Plus or a Power Mac.
Well, actually, Macintosh System 7.5 really runs, and it's a very important point because we're not leaving any customer behind. It actually runs all the way back to Mac Plus level CPUs. And the important message for Macintosh System 7.5 is that it's a unified release. It runs on both 68K based systems and Power Macs now, based on the PowerPC processor. So it unifies the operating system and makes it much easier to manage, for example, large installations of Macintoshes. And because it can run all the way back to our earliest Macintoshes, we're not leaving any customers behind in terms of the new features like Apple Guide and even QuickDraw GX.
Finally, let's not forget QuickTime 2.0. The latest version of QuickTime, which comes bundled with System 7.5, is a major improvement. QuickTime 2 gives you full-screen video playback without any additional hardware.